art of punches when I'm like fucking one punch. They all understand. Anybody that hears this understand art of fighting. They know what I'm saying. He do two punches that sound like one. In the art of punches when you can throw two punches that sound like one. You can throw punches, you can hear them. They were two, but they sound like fucking one punch. They all understand. Anybody that hears this understand art of fighting. They know what I'm saying. He do two punches that sound like one.
All right, yo, we back. Mic check, mic check. How's it going, guys? Welcome everybody into the stream. Appreciate y'all. Sorry I had to take that quick break. Looks like we got some more members in the chat though. Yo, shout out Lisa, shout out Crafty. Hey, there we go. I'm glad we got El Thomas back, man. Shout out everybody out. Thank you guys for tuning back in, man. Appreciate that. Let's get to the next video. It says detectives catch a killer with no remorse. It's coming in from Stranger Crimes.
This is Jesse Henry, who's been apprehended after he shot his friend and fled the area. The victim, Brian Roberts, was a lifelong friend of Henry's, who had started to date one of Henry's ex-girlfriends. After being stalked by Roberts, Henry's ex came to him for help. When Roberts arrived shortly afterwards, Henry attempted to get him to leave. When Roberts didn't comply, Henry shot him with a shotgun.
My name's Detective Buchanan. This is my partner, Detective Heilman. You gave me a call at one point. We had a brief phone conversation. I'm the person you called. Just gonna kind of have a chat and see if we can help each other out and understand what's going on. Okay? Do you want to remove that so I can we can have a straightforward conversation about you've been kind of on the run for a while, looking over your shoulder. That can't be easy. Can't be easy on your girl either, kids and everything else. So before we kind of get going, just want to get a little information for you, make sure I have everything right. Give me your last name.
Henry.
And spelling of your first name.
Jesse.
And your middle name.
Romelle.
Okay. Your date of birth.
12/12/91.
And you're residing over at the Pacific Lodge.
Yes.
Number 13.
Yes.
What about a phone number for you?
I don't have one right now.
Okay. Are you working right now? Or were you?
Up until I started reading.
And girlfriend, what's her last name?
Wife, Lugo.
And first name?
Tanya. Toni.
Yeah, you can't never mess with one of your friends like exes, bro. That's dirty. That's dirty work right there.
And don't get this wrong, or her date of birth.
08/23/98.
That's pretty quick and impressive. Is she working right now?
Yo, Vic, welcome to the chat. We like when the members show up to the live streams, man. Thank you so much.
She was residing at the Calico Cat too, or the Pacific Lodge. Sorry. Too long a history. I'm sure you grew up in Tacoma. You probably call it the Calico Cat too.
Yeah.
When did they even change the name?
To be honest, I don't even know.
How long you guys been living there?
February 2nd of last year.
And you live there with your girls?
Mm-hmm.
How old are they?
6 and 7.
What are their names?
Savannah and Sophia.
What grades are they in?
So did this dude kill the stalker or was he the stalker? I didn't catch that. We gotta catch that. I gotta run that back. Hold up.
When Roberts didn't comply, this is Jesse Henry, who's been apprehended after he shot his friend and fled the area. The victim, Brian Roberts, was a lifelong friend of Henry's, who had started to date one of Henry's ex-girlfriends. After being stalked by Roberts, Henry's ex came to him
Okay, so I had it right.
for help. When Roberts arrived shortly afterwards, Henry attempted to get him to leave. When Roberts didn't comply, Henry shot him with a shotgun.
Damn, all over a female. Y'all should have called the police if bro was really stalking like that.
Dylan, the native fool that Brian's little brother Brashawn was fighting with, he gives freely, you know, and
I'm gonna sit here and ask questions too much. I'm gonna kind of let you tell me what happened.
I'll tell you what happened. I'm not the cause of Brian's death. Brian was one of my first friends ever, since probably about 8 or 9.
Brian Roberts was a former gang member alongside Henry. The two had gone their separate ways, with Roberts becoming the father to 3 daughters.
I remember too much back then.
Yeah, but bro was stalking.
That fool was always my best friend. Like even like growing up, didn't matter whether we lived close to each other or not. I mean, we dated each other's baby's moms. I mean, kind of done everything. But like growing up, I kind of went like on my own path, and he did too. But I mean, I guess we kind of always stayed in touch. But like I remember I got out of jail. I mean, we didn't really talk. Like the more I got older, the less we started. So the less we talked, But just because I mean we were living our own lives. But I did 9 months at Yakima County Jail. Um, let's see, was it maybe 5 years ago? And it had been a while since we talked, but I was living at my grandma's house with my wife and my kids, and he just randomly started coming over again, and like we started kicking it together a lot until like we kind of got closer then.
You think when he says my girl, he's talking about his ex that he killed this guy for?
But and I don't remember when this particular event happened. I don't remember the date, but I mean I've had a lot on my plate. It's just a lot, but one day, me, mm, no, okay, yeah, I gotta start beginning. Okay, so one day, um, me, my wife, my daughters were asleep. My older brother Arnell was in his room. My little brother was down in his room with his girl, and our roommate, my little brother's ex roommate from Job Corps, was on the living room couch asleep. And Brian came over with his little brother and their friend Dylan and Dylan's girlfriend, all in one car. And like they were yelling and fighting out there. They were clearly drunk.
Yo, shout out that girl Lisa supporting her family, paying some bills around here. Thank you. Thank you so much for that super chat. Not only is Lisa a member and a moderator, but she's a super chatter. That's the heartbeat of this channel. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate the sponsorship for today's stream.
And my older brother looks out his room window from up top and was like, "Go out there and handle that." Like they're being hella loud and shit. And I was like, I don't want to deal with it. And so I, mean, I let them do the thing. I just didn't even want to. But like it looked like they were trying to like jump Dylan almost. And I looked closer and Brashawn had a machete. And so I went out there and I was just kind of trying to simmer the situation down, like just give me the knife if you guys want to fight. I mean, it's whatever. But I mean, what's the knife for? But they were all just hella drunk. Anyways, he puts the knife down, and me and my little brother, like Dylan, the native fool that Brian's little brother Brashawn was fighting with, he gives freely, and me and my little brother kind of took advantage of that, and we're gonna like take because we had heard he just got paid, and we're gonna go kick it with him. He likes to spend money. So me, my little brother Isaiah, and Dylan.
Cause it's a cold world, Lisa. People are cold as hell. Yeah, he literally said we was about to go hang out with this dude because we knew he got paid and we know he's friendly. We be taking advantage of that shit. I don't know, bro. It sounded like to me, I think he killed his best friend essentially because he was messing with his girlfriend. I don't know if he was stalking. He might have been stalking his baby mama, but he probably was just looking for a reason at that point. Because if dude's doing all that much, like You could just call the police on them. You know what I mean?
And started walking up the street. I think I needed some oil for my car. We were going to 7-Eleven. And all of a sudden, like we're probably like 4 blocks away, I could swear I hear my name being called. And so I stopped and I hear it again and I look around and I can hear my older brother running and screaming my name. And so I start sprinting towards him because I already know, you know what I'm saying, something's not right. And so he tells me that.
Hey, Antoinette, welcome to the chat. Shout out Arkansas. Griffin, welcome to the chat. Mr. Do It All, how's it going?
That
She said, I'm cold, but they are just faking it.
that Brian and Rashawn tried to put him in the trunk. And that they were still there and shit. And they had knives and Rashawn had a pistol. Said they were beefing over some backpack that was missing, some bullshit. And so me and my little brother start sprinting towards the house. And I go into the alley across the house and I grab a 2x4 with nails in it. And my little brother grabs a rock. I would have killed him that night if the police weren't there. But it never came to that because the police were there when we got there. Files were reported, reports were filed. They didn't have them yet, they didn't catch them. But maybe 20 minutes later they found them. They found the knife. I don't know what happened to the pistol or whatever. My wife is terrified. My kids are terrified. They fucking put a knife to my wife's throat in front of my daughter Savannah. They fucking jumped my older brother in his room before they drug him down the stairs and tried to put him in the car. They were fucking playing with Levon while he was laying down on the couch acting like they were gonna poke him. And so I begged them not to charge them with anything.
Other accounts of the incident were inconsistent and biased, so it is hard to determine the accuracy of Henry's version. Now on my Patreon, watch the interrogation of a father accused of killing his baby.
So
Yeah, a 2x4 with nails, that's a grimy ass weapon, bro. You're gonna do some damage with that. For sure.
I heard he's getting out and I decided, you know what, well, fuck it. I'm just gonna not fuck with him. I don't know him no more. And so, I mean, we continue on with our lives. So, come, I don't remember, but this year sometime, my baby's mom, and I kind of knew already that they were messing around a little bit, but he was in jail and she was out, so I wasn't worried about it, you know, because he's not a threat. But she had told me, you know, like, I'm gonna be with this fool, and I'm like, I don't think it's a good idea. Like, and I told her what happened, because what happened at my grandma's house, I had full custody of my kids. I wasn't letting my baby's mom see them at the time because she had a massive drug problem, and her judgment was just really bad. And she was in and out of their life constantly. I didn't want that affecting them, and so I made her stay away from them. So she wasn't.
Hey, Grantley, welcome to the chat.
She wasn't informed about what Brian did when they were there. So when I did tell her what happened, she didn't believe me. When my daughter Savannah told her what happened, she didn't believe her. And so, like, I told her, like, well, I'm like, if you have that fool with my kids, I'm gonna snatch my kids up from you. But eventually, like, my little brother told me, he was like, you know what, just let it go. Nobody got hurt. He don't even remember what happened. He's not the same guy. Just let it go. And I had talked to him a couple times before he got out, you know, just try to figure out why, you know. Like, you're supposed to be my best friend. I've known you all my life. Like, why would you just do that? What was going through your mind to make you do that? But he just always said he didn't remember. And so like I decided to just let it go as long as he just
I feel like bro just making up a whole bunch of stories to kind of like give himself a reasoning to kill bro. You know what I mean?
didn't drink no more because I know that it has something to do with it, and I know how he gets when he drinks. Um, but my little brother finally convinced me to just give him a pass and just see how things go. Um, and so I, I didn't want to, and it went from me being very against it to, well, I just don't want him around my kids, to, well, keep him in line. You know what I'm saying? And the first time he fucks up, he's out of there. To me, being cool with this fool again, forgiving him, letting him come over. Like things were back to the way they were. But and we did have a good relationship. Recently, I mean, he was with my baby's mom. He was doing what he needed to do by my daughters. Being a man. And so I respected that. And, I enjoyed it. And my daughters liked him, and that made me happy. And so me and my baby's mom have a regular schedule as far as my kids go. They go to school every day, and I get them on the weekends, and any other days they don't have school until they started living with me then. And we're still figuring everything out after that point. But so I would see him.
Why do motherfuckers always put their arms in their sleeves, bro? You got a whole jacket on. Like, what do you like? That shit makes them look so stupid to me, bro.
Regularly, and we chop it up. We're all cool co-parents, me and my wife and them too. It was almost fun, but he would come over every single time they would fight. He would get drunk, and I don't know why, but he would want to vent to me about it. I would tell my baby's mom, "Don't drink, otherwise you're gonna make him drink." And he beat her ass, I guess. Like one night, she blew my phone up, but I didn't answer for like 3 hours, and eventually I called her back and she was fucking crying, saying that he smashed everything in her room, her TV, everything was ripped to shreds, my daughter's room. So I went over there, and her room was fucked off, and
How long ago was that?
I don't know, you'd have to ask her to look at her phone. I'm sure she still has the messages and the calls. But like I said, I got too much going on, so I don't exactly remember, but it was roughly 2 months ago.
Hey Tim, that's crazy. I would think it would be the opposite, but right now he just building up, like trying to make it seem like he saved that lady by killing this man.
Or probably more than that now, probably 3. And like my daughter had a Nintendo Switch that was all busted up, pillow slashed, toy box broken. But he wasn't there when I got there, and so I had a rifle BB gun that I let her hold, and I left. But I tried as much as I could to stay out of their problems, because at the end of the day, I know that she's still going to be with him, and why I'm not going to strain me and Brian's relationship over her. And so, anyways, so today April 8th came about, and me and my girl had just got back. In fact, me and my girl and my kids had just got back from Walmart, and me and my girl was kind of arguing a little bit, and so I was tired, and so I laid down in bed just to relax. And my kids were in the room watching TV. I think my wife was folding laundry, and not 5 minutes later.
Did bro say did bro say he dropped her off a BB gun? What the fuck she gonna do with that? What is she gonna do with a BB gun, bro? I think my chair has been breaking, bro. I need to get a new fucking computer chair. This shit ain't locking like it should. I'm getting too fat.
There's a knock at the door, and so my wife looks at the peephole and she mouths to me, Brian. And so I'm like, fuck. Because all he does is come over and vent to me about her. I was with her for 6 years. I already know about her. Why
Annette, welcome to the chat.
the fuck do I care? But out of pity for him and because I feel bad, because I know what he's going through, I listen to him. But she didn't want to open the door, but I was like, fuck it, man. Just let him in. Maybe he'll vent for a little bit and he'll leave. But he came in and he was venting and shit, and he made me call her. The first thing he said when he came in, fucking, hey, call Tara and tell her to give me my car. Because I guess the fucking red car is his or some shit. And so I didn't even say that. I just hopped on the phone, called her, no answer. And tried to call her again to make him feel secure, no answer. And fucking, I don't know why he must think that me and her still got something going on. I've been with my wife for 5 years. Fucking, I don't know why he thinks that. But
The police learned that Henry was less than happy that Roberts was dating his ex. Although he had moved on to a new relationship, there was still a certain amount of competitiveness between the two men.
I feel frustration coming from him towards me when I can't help or convince her to do something for him or for the relationship. But so I kind of when he gets like that, I kind of just either steer him towards a new subject or just find a reason to leave or get him to leave. And eventually he does, but we were just talking about it, and I wasn't really showing any interest because I was tired and I wanted to sleep. And so maybe he felt brushed off. Anyway, he was like, well, I'm just about to leave then. And then he walks out, and 2 minutes later, walks back in, and was like, tell her if she don't give me my car, I'm gonna quit my job. Because he was always threatening, because her getting the kids back was based on her having a stable home for them. And she had no income and no employment, nothing, and he did. So she was kind of dependent on him to attain that for her. And so he'd always threatened to quit his job. But when he came back in, and said that shit, I got back in bed and just I didn't even say shit. I just closed my eyes and turned over. And he kept going, and I was like, this time, I was like, you know what, Brian? I don't care. I really don't care. I was with her for 6 years. I don't give a fuck. And he didn't like that. Maybe he took it the wrong way. When that fool gets drunk, you gotta be careful what you say, because he likes to take shit the wrong way, and immediately he wants to fight.
I don't know, bro. I kind of believe dude now. We'll see what he says. I just don't get how we get to the point of him shooting that guy with a shotgun. You know what I mean?
That's how he is. Always has been. That's kind of.
Make sure you guys double tapping that screen, man. We getting thick as hell over here on YouTube. So definitely hit that double tap on the screen and let us get those likes up, man. Appreciate you guys.
Well, I fucked with him the way I did. We was both like that. But he took it the wrong way and was like, well, I don't care either. What's up then? And I already know what that means. Well, he wants to get him out. It's whatever.
He wants to what?
He wants to fight. What's up then? That's Maybe it's a defense mechanism. I don't know, but that means he wants to fight. And I told him like, look, man, I'm yelling at him. I told him, look, bro, we're not about to have a repeat of my grandma's house. That's not about to go down here. It's not even an option. And I remember I called him a bitch ass nigga because I was just mad that he would have the nerve or feel comfortable even to approach me like that, knowing what he did at my grandma's house, knowing that my kids were 10 feet away from me in the other room. Like, you're gonna disrespect me, my
So they already scrapped before. They already scrapped before.
children like that by speaking to me in front of my kids like that. And so he's like, I'm not no bitch ass nigga, and started backing out of the door, calling me out there to go get him up with him. But instead, I approached him and I tried to slam the door closed. But he kind of beat me a little bit, and we were struggling for the door. And he was trying to get in, and I was trying to get him out. But I knew that I wasn't. I mean, he's bigger than me, you know. I wasn't going to be able to keep that door closed, and so he was kind of getting it open, and so I used his momentum against him and let it come open, and I socked him in his cheek, and he dropped right there and started snoring. Immediately, I get my kids the fuck out of there. Joyce, which was, I don't know what she is now there, but she was housekeeping when I was there, but she happened to be outside towards the back area when I opened the door. And so, well, not, he kind of.
His story ain't making no sense. Bro lying. Bro lying. Bro, now he getting caught up in his words and shit. At first I was believing him a little bit, but I don't believe him no more. Make sure you guys double tap them screens, man. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button, man. We're on the road to 10,000 followers. So if you can help us out with that, duly appreciate it.
Knocked out, literally probably about halfway inside, halfway out. Head in, feet out. And so immediately I tell my girls, get your shoes and coats on, we're leaving. We have to go now. Because I didn't know what he was going to wake up, and I didn't know what he would have tried when he woke up. I just know I had to get my kids out of there. And so I looked outside to see if anybody's seen anything or anything. And I tell Joyce, call the paramedics and call the police. This bitch ass nigga, feel me? I just knocked this bitch ass nigga out. And she runs upstairs and she was like, oh, he was in your motel room? Yep, I'll call him right now. Mike, I tell Mike, call the police. Make sure she calls the police, get him out of here. I don't know what he's gonna do when he wakes up. Because she was trying to kind of wake him up there. I was like, no, don't wake him up yet. Let us get out of here first. So, like, we're leaving, you feel me? Like, my kids had to walk over this man, and because I thought he was dead. Like he just, I don't know.
Bro said, I punched him so hard, I thought he was dead. Y'all crazy as hell. Boy, crazy as hell with this story. And then it seemed like he was trying to say they were going to leave out the back door. But y'all in the motel, ain't no goddamn back door.
I don't know, but I had to get my kids out of there. And so I called my little brother Isaiah, and I'm like, no. I tried to call Tara, no answer. And so I called Isaiah and was like, bro, I need to bring the girls over there for a little bit. It's not safe right now. I was like, I just had to drop this fool all up in my room because he was trying to get aggressive with me. I was like, where the fuck is Tara? Tell her to get her nigga out of my room, dude. Get them to fuck off the property. Like, I told her this was gonna happen. And the first thing I can hear her, I don't know, like, whether she.
Hey, yo, what up, Skinny? Welcome back to the chat. Jason, right? That's what I'm talking about. First you said he was snoring. Now you think you one punch Bruce Lee touch killed him, bro? Like, get the fuck out of here.
She was there or on the other line or whatever, but all she says was, "Not my problem, not my problem." And that shit got me so fucking mad because, like, I told you from the get, this fool is a threat. And you chose to go against my judgment. And now it's my problem. And so I clicked on her and went to my little brother's house. And I dropped the girls off. Because I figured he was going to come back with his little brother. And I know his little brother got guns. And I'm by myself with my wife there pretty much. So I go back to the room. No. I'm texting a whole bunch of bullshit to Tara, threatening her with the kids and all types of shit because she's not trying to hold herself accountable for being the cause of the situation, or she's not trying to remedy the situation, even though she could have prevented everything.
They said bro was shot with a shotgun, so I wonder how we get there from here.
From happening.
He just been rambling. Basically, him and his best friend, he killed his best friend. But his best friend been dating his baby mama for like a year now. And then his baby mama called him saying that dude was hitting on her and stalking her and shit. So I think he thought that was his way to get back with his baby mama, maybe. I don't know.
From the get. And so I tell her, you know what? Get the police and go over there and make sure that fool is gone. For me, you got to handle this. You brought him into the circle. You need to make sure he leaves. So she was like, I don't want to. I'm scared. I don't want to go by myself. And so I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Meet me across the street. I'll go with you. And so me and my wife we pull back up to the motel, and Tara's across the street, and we all pull in. But I pull in next. I don't pull into the hotel. I pull into the driveway that's next to the hotel that goes into the apartments that are, if you're looking at the hotel, they're to the left and farther back, in between or behind the 76 station. I parked my car right there, right by the street, facing outward, so that just in case the fool tries anything, I can smash up out of there. And so I go there and immediately I'm yelling at Joyce and Blaine, like, why is he still here? I thought you guys called the police. Why is he still here? I'm telling him, like, you don't know this fool. Like, this fool is not your friend. He is dangerous to you. Because me and Brian, when we were kids, man, we used to terrorize Tacoma. I'm not proud of it, but it's a fact, you know. I can't hide from that. And so I know how he is. But I kept telling him, like, you gotta get him out of here. Like, call the police. I told Tara, call the police. Go there with the police.
He keeps saying the same shit over and over, bro.
But I don't see no police. Because I had left my phone in my room. I didn't even think to grab it. But I'm telling everybody, call the fucking police. But the whole time, no police. Brian is still here. You guys are patching this nigga's cheek up like he lives here and he's your friend or something. And so, I guess the paramedics came or something like that, but no fucking cops. Just like they didn't give my fucking mom a restraining order when she asked for one. Just like Brashawn got no time at all for invading my grandmother's home while my kids were there and terrorizing the people in there, traumatizing them. To the point where my daughter don't even remember it because her subconscious blocked her from me remembering it to protect herself. But it was given a pass pretty much, I guess. I don't know why. But, so, anyways, fucking, Tara, I tell her, get this fool out of here, man. And so, him and her are arguing over the red car because it was in his name, and the PT Cruiser she bought from his mom. And so, Tara hops in her car, or no. Tara he makes her get into the PT Cruiser, and he hops in the red car. And she peels off, and he chases her. And so, like I'm talking to, so I completely, you know, out of sight, out of mind. I go on with my day pretty much. I start to at least. And, oh, sorry. And so, like I'm talking to Joyce and Blaine, like asking them, like, what are you guys doing? Like, why would you still have him here? You know, like, there could, like, anything could have happened. And, well, she's like, well, I don't want him to go out there drunk and hurt somebody or anything like that. And I'm like, well, like, did you not consider what would have happened if maybe he would have felt some type of way about me hitting him and decided to do something about it here? Like, I'd rather have him out there potentially at risk of hurting somebody drunk driving than have the intention of hurting somebody here, particularly me or my wife. And so that's why they didn't call, I guess. But eventually my baby's mom calls me, and she was sitting at the police precinct at Wapato Hills because this fool Brian is chasing her all over the place.
Whether out of a characteristic level of possessiveness or because of his tension with Henry, Roberts had taken to following his girlfriend when she went out.
Like, driving hella crazy, about to hit her and shit.
So like I hate how he's telling the stories because I can't fucking follow them, bro. At first, the last thing I knew is he knocked the dude out. He knocked his homie out in his own motel. Then he told his baby mama to come over there and get him out of there with the police. He then come back there, dude is still there. And now he's saying that they left and dude's following her.
And he's driving back and forth past the police precinct,
Yeah, Gurn, dude's an idiot for sure.
waiting for her to come out. And so I tell her, go in there and fucking get the fucking police and tell them. And she's like, no, because he just leaves. And so fucking, I'm like, well, fuck, dude. But if you lose him, I'll come get you. So I start driving over there, like she's crying at this point, scared. And because I guess she never seen him like he was. I don't blame her, you know. She's hard to deal with, but so me and my woman load up in the car and like we're creeping over there, you know, just to see if we see him or if he sees us. And, I see her posted at the fucking precinct, and I can also see him cruising around, you know. So I'm like, look, just leave there. I'm gonna follow you guys. Drop your car off at your mom's, and I will go to my room.
All right, thanks, Jason. Thanks for that clarification. Shout out my boy Jason. I was confused too, Lisa. Don't worry about it.
But she was wanting to go to Isaiah's, but I didn't want her there because.
Hey guys, make sure you double tap them screens, man. We thick as hell on the channel, man. We got a lot of lurkers tonight. Definitely support the channel, man. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like on the stream. Helps out the channel a lot. We also got memberships starting at 99 cents, man. Make sure you check out our memberships.
That's where all the girls were, and I didn't want her to leave him over there where my kids were at. And so, fucking, she pulls out of the precinct and is trying to lose him, but she can't. Like, this fool is like risking it all, trying to chase her, like risking his and everybody else's life. I'm talking, man, it must have been like a movie where he was driving, but I was kind of following him, but keeping back a little bit because I'm not trying to stay below the radar when it comes to the authorities. But eventually, how did we lose him? There was a cop driving by or some shit, and he got scared or whatnot. I don't know. But she ended up able to get away from him, and she called me and said, I'm at my mom's. Because like I said, I wasn't about to keep up with them. I'm not going to go to jail. I'm trying to keep up with them. And so, because I mean, I probably was in a stolen car, yeah. And so, I meet her at her mom's, and I'm like, how the fuck did you lose him? And she told me and whatnot. And I'm like, well, you can come spend the night at my house because I don't want him going over there to where the girls are. And so we get back to the room, and I told my boy Trey, if this fool comes in here, me and it's on site, like, he's a threat. And if he comes in here, his intentions aren't good. They're gonna be real bad.
So he took his kids to his grandma's house or his mom's house and then went back to the hotel?
Because of what happened. And so, yeah, he told me, it's a green light then. And shit. And I started turning all the lights off, like closing and locking the doors and whatnot, and just, I put the police scanner on. And I just, like, pretty much call all the people I mess with at the motel and tell them, like, keep your eyes out, because the school's probably gonna come back. I call my little brother, tell him to be on standby. And pretty much, yeah, fucking, and then I look out the fucking window, and he's parked right there. So, you mind if I use a piece of paper and a pen? So, if
Yo, shout out Sarah, man. Welcome to the chat, Sarah. Hey guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. We're on the road to 10,000 subscriptions. We're just under 5,400 right now. So if you can help us get to that 5,400 mark, really appreciate you guys.
So, I don't know how familiar you guys are with the Pacific Lodge, but
This guy killed his childhood best friend who was dating his baby mama. Pretty much what we got.
when you go into the driveway off of Pacific Avenue, 76, obviously, apartments in the back of 76. You have the back motel where my room was, and where my other room was. And then you have this fence line right here and whatnot. And there's a camera right here that points right here. And
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what happened.
he was parked right here. I look out the window and I see headlights, and he was parked like he was blocking the driveway. And he was just sitting in his car. And so, me, under the assumption that he was gonna come back with either his brother or whoever else, I'm thinking that he's waiting on somebody. He's trying to stop us from leaving, and he's waiting on somebody to show up. And so, fucking, I tell my wife and my baby's mom, let's go to the
His wife and his baby mom is two different people. He got two ladies with him right now.
office, because I figured maybe we'll be safe in there. So we go down the stairs and shit, and fucking, fool gets out of his car, and my baby's mom's like, she's damn near already to the office and shit. And me and my girl walking behind him, and this fool like starts briskly walking towards us and shit with his hands in his pockets. And I mean, I'm from the streets. That's questionable.
Low key, if he not lying, bro, he got a good self defense. I mean, bro, chasing them all around the city and shit.
To my eyes, like, I need to know your intentions, and if I don't, then that's enough. That's an issue for me. And so, like, I tell him, like, Brian, I don't want to hurt you, bro, but I will. And I don't give a fuck. And so that's when I grabbed the back of my girl's shirt, and I started smashing her forward. And that's when I heard the shots ring out. There was 3 of them. Boom, boom, and then boom. And then I went back, and all I heard was, oof. He was making this sound like I don't know. It was like I don't know. I can't explain it, but
Did he make any movements towards you?
after
No, before you shot him.
I didn't shoot him.
Jesse.
I didn't.
Yeah, who shot, bro? The way he was describing the situation, it sounded like he was trying to make it seem like somebody else shot him because he was like, I heard the shots. Bro, like you shot him, you felt the shots. Like you didn't just hear them bitches, you squoze the trigger.
Shoot him. I don't have guns. I don't have no straps.
Jesse, let's not go down that route. You go down that route and start lying. That's not a good route to go down.
This isn't a good route to go down.
Jesse, stop. Going down that route and saying that there's a gunman in the grassy knoll isn't a good thing for you.
You gotta realize what you're asking me.
Jesse, there's cameras everywhere.
No, there's.
My boy said, you're not gonna give me the guy in the grassy knoll, the JFK murder, bruh. The grassy knoll. Somebody shot from the side. He said, there's cameras everywhere. No, there's not. There's not cameras, bro.
There's not.
There's people everywhere.
I control the cameras.
Jesse, your
Look.
neighbor downstairs has a camera.
My neighbor downstairs, only one neighbor downstairs has a camera. That's Charlie. And
Jesse.
it points at her van. Look, you're trying to.
Jesse.
I don't know whether you're trying to intimidate me or.
Don't go down that
like,
route of lying about things, because that's not a good
Look,
thing.
I'm talking to you guys without a lawyer present, all of that.
Jesse, you're walking around with a shotgun beforehand.
Says who?
Says the video cameras.
No
everywhere.
camera. There was no video
Jesse,
of that. There's no video of that.
Jesse,
I control the videos.
you don't.
I make those cameras work and not work.
Jesse, stop. I gave you
Bro said, I make those cameras work, and I made sure to turn them off when I had the gun in my hands, bro.
a chance to talk, and I'm looking out, and you're gonna sit here and lie to me.
You just want to fill in the blanks.
No, I want the truth.
You don't care what happens to me.
Jesse, I want the truth. The important thing is the truth. And if you're gonna sit here and bold-faced lie to us, I'm not gonna sit here and give you a chance.
But
Jesse,
listen,
Jesse,
I hear you.
I'm not lying to you.
I hear you.
Give me a chance.
Okay.
I gave you a chance. You're sitting here lying to me, and I know you are. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's video of you walking around with a shotgun.
But why wouldn't you lie to me?
Jesse, you're walking around with the shotgun. It's all over.
Cause he don't need to lie to you, bro. So when the cop don't need to lie to you, they not gonna lie to you. They only lie to you if they feel like they need to. Hey guys, make sure you hit that like button, man. Let's get them likes up. Really appreciate that. And then also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
Over the video. You know where the cameras are. You know you're walking around with it. You know you put it in Mike's car at one point. You know you put it in the Honda before and after.
What was your name? Detective what?
Buchanan.
Look,
and I'm telling you, it's all on video.
I hear you.
And I'm telling you, you can see him pull in. You can see him pull up.
I hear you.
But don't go down this road.
You're asking me to put my life in your guys'
Jesse.
hands. You said give me a chance.
Jesse, I want you to tell me the truth. I don't want you to come up with some fabricated lie. You're digging yourself in a bigger hole.
Look, dude, my kids mean everything to me.
And Jesse, you sit here and lie. And I'm giving you the chance.
But you're asking me to put my life.
Bro, if you felt like you was defending your kids, you got a point. But you had already took your kids away from this situation. You was done by involving yourself with your baby moms like that. If you knew your homeboy was crazy and you knew she wasn't a good partner, bro, you knew that relationship was gonna be toxic. Walking around the apartment complex with a shotgun, bro, is not gonna, like, you're not a hero, bro. Nobody's gonna take your side, bro. Even if dude was crazy.
In your guys' hands.
We already know the answers to it, Jesse.
You're gonna fucking fry my ass, dude.
Jesse, the majority of it's on video.
If that was
Cheddar Cat, welcome to the channel.
the case, then why is the
We only shout out birthday wishes for subscribers, so.
Jesse,
police reports?
why wouldn't you want to sit here and give a better story than lie?
Why would I want to sit here and give a better story? Possibly because my life hangs in the difference.
Right, Jason. If he was really worried about his kids, he would have just stayed at his brother's house with the kids until all this shit blew over.
I think your life works better with the truth.
How is that? How is that?
Jesse.
Why would I look?
I'm not.
Understand where I'm coming from, please.
I understand, but think about it. We're not stupid. Nobody's stupid.
I know you guys aren't stupid.
There's witnesses. There's plenty of people there.
I know there was no witnesses, but look, that's neither here nor there.
Jesse,
what you're asking me,
I want you to think about things.
I am.
What were you doing beforehand? You're walking around with a shotgun. I even described it for you.
You didn't, but look.
And where you put it
just give me
beforehand.
Just give me a second. You're asking me.
You said he was walking towards you with his hands in his pockets.
Look, you're asking me to say something that can potentially take me away from my family, my wife, my kids for the rest of my life.
Jesse, I'm giving you a chance. This is your chance to tell the truth. And ultimately, that's all I want, is the truth.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not trying to fabricate anything.
You just proved my point. That's all you want is the truth. You don't care about what.
And I'm stopping you from telling a bold-faced lie, which looks a whole lot worse.
Henry's frustration with the detective's insistence on truth is one of the biggest signs that he has no remorse over killing his friend. He doesn't care that he is responsible for murdering someone, only that he might be held accountable for his actions.
Jesse, you can see he's walking towards you. What's he saying when he's walking towards you?
Right. He should have get a lawyer, bro. He should not be talking to these people.
Does he say anything to you?
I'll tell you guys everything that happened. Fuck, dude, but I need to, like...
Jesse, does he say anything as he's walking?
If you keep interrupting me, then I'll just clam up and pay for a lawyer. But I'm gonna tell you what happened. But this, like you guys are asking me to walk into the lion's den with fucking meat fucking hanging all over my body.
Jesse, we know most of the answers, and I'm trying to give you a chance. He's walking towards you, and you can see that.
This is crazy.
Jesse,
look,
what's he saying?
Give me some time, because it's not just gonna happen like that, dude.
What's he saying though?
What's he saying? He didn't say nothing when he initially. Brian didn't say anything when he got out of the car. He was just walking. with intent. He didn't say anything.
And is he walking fast towards you?
At a moderate speed.
And what's he doing?
He's got his hands in his pockets. That's it.
Does he say anything as he's coming up to you?
No.
Is he making any motion?
He just looked like he was determined.
Were you scared?
I was.
And he was coming for you, or was he coming for Tara?
I figured he was coming for me because of what I did to him earlier.
And what happened as he came up to you?
This is about to fucking... What I'm about to say is about to fucking... Like, you guys don't even care, dude.
Jesse, I care about the truth.
I know that's all you care about. But sometimes the truth is not greater than the consequences of what the truth brings.
For you, surprisingly, it is.
I don't see how that's true.
Because I want to think that you gave him 2 warning shots. That's what I think. And I think you were put in a shitty spot that no person should have to do. And I want to think you fired 2 warning shots and that he kept coming.
The cop low-key gave him the recipe right there. The cop gave him the recipe. Like, they believed that dude was crazy that night. And but lying, that's not gonna help him. He either needed to get a lawyer or be smart about what the fuck he was gonna say. Like, dude was gonna kill me. He was drunk. He was saying, I'm gonna kill you. Like, there's no audio on those tapes. Oh wait, there might have been, because he said we heard the gunshots from the camera. But yeah, bro, I agree with you, Jason.
And you were scared. Were the first 2 warning shots, Jesse? I want to think you're a good guy that fired 2 warning shots in the air. But he kept coming. And he kept coming towards you. And you were forced to have to react. Jesse, were the first 2 warnings?
I told myself I wasn't even going to come here and say nothing. I was about to just wire up. Because maybe if I don't say anything, I'll have a fighting chance. But I'm about to sit here and say something that's probably going to fucking take away all the chance that I have.
Jesse.
Bro is literally saying, like, it's funny. It's like he's in a dream. You know, one of them dreams where, like, you try to run and you running real slow, or you try to fight and you get your ass whooped. Like, it's like he knows the right answers, bro, and he's not doing that shit.
I'm not lying to you. We're going to tell you.
That's true, Grossum. I was thinking, like, they know that's not true, so they just wanted him to admit to firing the gun, because all 3 shots probably hit the guy. I don't know. Omar, welcome to the chat.
The truth is better than the lie. One of the rare times it is.
Hey, Jay, shout out Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
Because I think you fired 2 warning shots first.
Oh, dude.
Am I right?
By answering that, am I throwing away the fucking my future with my wife and my kids?
You have to think about you. But I want to think you're a good guy that was put in a bad situation and had to.
I think the cop trying to trick him. I think the cop trying to trick him right now.
React. I want to think you're the guy that fired 2 warning shots, hopefully to stop him from coming towards you. I don't want to think you were a bad shot and missed on the first 2.
Yeah, because I think earlier in the video they said the victim was shot 3 times. So I don't think he's giving him an out. I think he just wants him to say he fired the gun.
I'll tell you guys,
Yo, what up, Anthony? Welcome to the chat.
even if I do get charged with murder, I am gonna beat this case because I'm just not going for it. Yes, he kept coming towards me, and I told him, I said, Brian, I don't want to hurt you, but I will. He started approaching
Bro made this whole story up in his head just right now.
me, and so
That's what I was thinking, bro. I thought a shotgun was like boom, boom. I didn't think you, unless you had a fucking clip shotgun.
I pointed it to the left, and I fired one shot. And I said it again, Brian, I don't want to hurt you, but I will. And he kept coming. No, he said, I don't give a fuck. And he kept coming. And so I fired to the left above his shoulder. And he kept coming. And so I lowered it when he was probably maybe from me to maybe 7 feet away.
So like the door?
Probably a little further. And then I shot him in his stomach. After that, I looked towards my baby's mom and my wife, and I told them, go meet me in front of the office. And I went to Brian, and I grabbed him around his chest and shook him to see if he was okay. But he was just fucking moaning. And so I grabbed his phone to call 911 and fucking, but he just stopped.
Roberts was transported to the hospital, but he was not able to survive the damage from the shotgun wound to his abdomen.
So fucking,
Maybe he did give a warning shot because they said a shotgun wound, not wounds. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you get shot in the stomach with a shotgun, bro, you dead.
I just got scared and I dropped
Especially close range.
his phone. And I hopped in my car and then I left. I went to the front of the office, I grabbed my wife, and went to my little brother's house, and I told Isaiah what happened, and I grabbed my girls, and I told him, Daddy has to go. Daddy has to go. Because Brian did something, and Daddy was trying to protect everybody from him, but Daddy has to go now because they're not going to like that. And so me and my wife, we hopped in the red Honda I had at the time, and I was so scared, and I was in shock, I guess, and it just didn't seem real to me. Like he was my friend. But freaking we left, and then we went to, I called, I want to say I called Blaine, and I told him, like, yo, like, I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't do it because I wanted to. I wasn't out looking to do that, you know, like, he forced me to, fucking, and I told him, like, why did you guys call the police when I asked you to? And I can remember, I was yelling at Tara, like, this is your fault. I told you, like, not to be with him. I told you he was a threat. I told you that this was gonna happen. And and like, and I was yelling at her because I told her to go over there with the police and get out of there, and she never did. And I was mad at her because she kept saying, "Oh, it's not my problem, not my problem." And now look, like now this is my problem. And so fucking me and my wife went to my brother's ex-girlfriend's mom's and parked in her back alley for like 2 hours while I sat there frantic, fucking not knowing what I should do. And like scared because I had left.
Yo, what up, Ocean? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, bro, we about an hour in on this one. The cops kind of know what happened already. It seems like they have a lot of it on video footage. Looks like he shot his baby mama, this new dude who happened to be his childhood best friend. Him, his wife, his baby mama, and his best friend were kind of couples homies. Um, his baby mama and his best friend got into an argument. She started calling him. One thing led to another, and he shot dude.
And so like 2 hours go by and I decided to just go upstairs and we go up there and fucking, are you guys gonna arrest any of the people that helped me?
I'm trying not to.
You're not gonna arrest my grandma?
Do you think she deserves to be? Have I gone over there and pounded on her
Dang, Ocean, where you at now? Where'd you move to from Florida?
door and being mean to her? Was I mean to you on the phone? Did I go pound on her mom's door? I've been pretty cool about things, and that could have been. And I tell you, I just want the truth. Okay.
Well, fucking Melissa, freaking, she was trying to help us figure out what to do and lets us stay there for a couple days, but I know that the longer that I stay away from the situation, the more committed I have to be to running. And like I was thinking about just calling and telling them what happened because I know that it was self-defense. But I just got so
Good old New England. You're a New England man now.
scared because at that point, like I'm sure you guys already know, I'm a sex offender. At that point, like there was already other charges compiling against me, and so whether I got charged with a murder or not, or beat the case or not, I would still be looking at other charges. The last time that I felt registered, it was
Bro, and it's about to be winter. I don't know, Ocean. You might not like the snow and shit, bro. I hate the snow.
around 3 or 4 years that I was looking at, but I hired a lawyer and got it done to a year. So this time, naturally, it's going to be way higher than that. And I'm not trying to get out when my daughters are teenagers. They don't deserve that. And so I was just talking to my wife about it, and I was like, you know what, we're just going to leave the state. And maybe I can hopefully somehow get my kids down somewhere. And so my grandma arranged to meet with me because she figured that I was going to get booked eventually, and it'll be the last time she sees me before she dies. And so
So you used to it. You know about them cold winters.
and so
Thanks for stopping by, Jason. Make sure you're subscribed, brother.
I met up with her. We said our goodbyes and whatnot, and And then later on, she calls me saying that she might have a plan for me. And so I agreed to go meet up with her. My sister and her boyfriend take me to meet up with her. And she tells me that I need to get on a train to California because that's where we were going to go, to Fresno, California, or Mexico.
Hey, what up, Jay? Shout out the fishermen out there. We got our buddy Saltwater. He's a really big fisherman. He's usually in the chat, but he's not here tonight. Katie, welcome to the chat. He killed his best friend, but his best friend was like stalking his baby mama. It was like his best friend's girlfriend now. But yeah, it was a weird situation. I feel like dude really got put like on a rock in a hard place, but he just didn't make any smart decisions to kind of get out of it. He let the women manipulate him and his pride manipulate him.
Um, but and so I kind of went along with it verbally, but in my head, I knew that I needed to get a car because I have the most control over my situation if I'm behind the wheel of a vehicle. But everybody else wanted to decide what the best help for me was instead of helping me get a car. And so we go down to Vancouver and we get a room. She gives me $1,000 and I go to try to pay for my train tickets, but I don't have no ID.
Yeah, basically, yeah, he's telling on everybody now. He's saying like his grandma gave him some money to get out of town. Everybody's trying to like hide his whereabouts. Bro should have just admitted to this shit from the jump and left his family out of it.
Um, Hold on, I skipped a part. That night that I went to Melissa's house, when I ran from the scene, she made me ditch my car on Candy Road or Waller. It was Waller Road. No, it wasn't actually. It was the hill that goes down from the back of the east side to Pioneer. But and she made us break our phones. And so, anyways, but I go to the train station. They want ID to pay for the train. We don't have ID, so I asked this cab driver to get her. She gets it for us.
Sorry to interrupt you. What'd you do with the shotgun at this point?
I'll tell you, but I really don't want to get anybody else in trouble.
I'm not trying to hem people up. I'm, like I said.
Well, I gave it to my boy to destroy it. I don't know whether he did or not.
Are shotguns like handguns? Can they tell like what gun a bullet was fired from? You know how like handguns be leaving impressions from the firing pin and they can tell like what bullet was fired from what gun? Can they do that with shotguns?
The last I know of it is that he took it in his hands.
Who's that?
His name's Ralph.
Where's he live at?
He was living in Telecom, but those boarded out now, so I don't know.
What's his last name?
I don't know his last name. I've only known him for like maybe.
Then there wouldn't really be no reason to actually destroy it then, right, Ocean?
2 years, but when I was dabbling into methamphetamines, he would be the person I go to, so we kind of developed more of a friendship than a client by a relationship or whatever, whatnot. But I knew that he was familiar with that kind of territory, and so I called him and was like, yo, I need you to destroy this for me. And so I'm assuming maybe that's what he did, maybe not, I'm not sure.
What's his name on Facebook?
I don't think he has a Facebook. I don't have a Facebook, so I don't know. Well, I have him, but I'm never on Facebook.
How'd you get a hold of him then?
I called his phone number.
Do you know it?
Yeah.
What is it?
you understand that by giving you this information, and he catches wind of it, that I'll wear a jacket in jail.
I'm just trying to get a piece of evidence back. I don't care about if somebody has something that they shouldn't, or if they're into selling meth. I don't really care. I care about this case. Does that make sense? I'm not the drug police. If he still has it, great. If he doesn't, it's not the end of the world. Is it one of those situations where he was going to get rid of it, or did he give you something for it?
No, he didn't give me anything for it. I just wanted it away from me, and not on the street. But
do you know the kind of load that was in it?
Yeah.
What kind?
20 gauge. I can't tell you what kind of buckshot it was or anything.
How'd you come across it?
From him. I've had it for a while, but so he gets rid of it or takes it in his possession from me, and we're trying fucking. Basically, I mean, me and my wife have been up and down from here to Vancouver, stranded at every fucking stop we were at, trying to fucking make it to here or there, fucking, and trying to make sense out of this whole thing and figure out what the best way to approach it, because I knew that eventually I was going to have to, but I just didn't know whether to try to fight it or to try to embrace it as what it is, which is self-defense.
By choosing to go on the run, Henry only served to damage his chances of being believed when he claimed to have shot Roberts in self-defense.
Because I got a lot to lose.
My bad. Thank you, Antonio. So basically, so they might be able to match some slugs up to a shotgun, but it's not 100%. Like the bullets get so damaged that they can't really match them back to the barrels, is what I'm catching from you guys.
And there's so much against me. You were fighting an uphill battle my whole life. Just trying to be a good dad to my daughters. I said, I don't go looking for trouble, but trouble always finds me. I wasn't looking for trouble that day with Brian. If anything, I feel bad for him for what he has to go through with that bitch, because I know. And I feel bad for him because maybe there was something else I could have done, but I just didn't know what else to do, because he's unpredictable.
You made it all the way through Oregon without any issues?
Is the slug the casing, or is that what goes into somebody's body? Like when you say the slug, like is that like the shit that pops out, like when you shoot, like the?
No. Well, yeah, until I got to California. And then after that, we were stranded down there in Eureka for like 2 weeks. And then I finally found a way back up here. And
You gave me a phone call when you were in Wairika?
Yeah.
That was the day you got out of jail? Or was that down the road?
Yeah, I feel like if bro didn't go on the run and shit, he might have had a chance for self-defense, but
it might have been maybe 2 or 3 days after, if anything.
well, I thought with shotguns, I thought with shotguns they breath, it busts off. Like I thought it scatters. So I didn't think they would get like a full piece of the slug. I thought it like broke off.
You guys go from there.
We went to Red Bluff. I had a friend out there. Uh, he came and got us. And, told us we can stay at his house for a couple days until we figure out how to get to Sacramento, where she was going to have her mom's friend pick us up, and from there we are going to go to her uncle's and work at his store until we can figure shit out. But never got that far. I was just feeling really homesick, and I hadn't seen my daughters, and my baby's mom was talking about how, like, just saying dumb shit that insinuated that I wasn't gonna be in my daughter's life anymore. So I just fucking, I had to come back, and like my girl, like she, I just felt like she didn't deserve to have to go through all that behind fucking my judgment, and so like I just decided to like, let's just go back home, and whatever happens, happens. If we get caught, we get caught. If not, you know.
So his wife went on the run with him, and then his baby mama, after he killed her stalker for her, was complaining to him that he couldn't see his kids no more. Bro, why the fuck did you do anything for this woman?
Uh,
What'd you do with that Saturn that you were driving around?
Gave it to my sister.
Is it still out rolling around?
I believe so. She was supposed to. Me and my wife were stranded at Clover Park in college for like 5 hours yesterday. Or maybe it was the day before. No, it was yesterday. And she was supposed to come pick me up, but I haven't heard anything from her. Her phone's going straight to voicemail. So.
So that's Sierra. Because it's linked up with you. I don't want to see anything happen to her because it's stolen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My sister knows what she's getting herself into. She always has.
She's not an angel.
She's the worst one.
I just want to go through things and make sure I have everything right. So if I'm asking a question, it's because I don't have not 100% on something. And if I say something wrong, feel free to correct me, okay? Because I don't want to put words in your mouth. So that night, you guys just got back from Walmart, and we're talking about the 8th. It was you, Tanya, and your 2 girls. You guys got back to your apartment there at the Pacific Lodge, and everything's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just trying to relax, and Brian comes down. How long, what time did you get there?
If I couldn't tell you exactly what time it was, but if I had to take a guess, I'd say it was probably around 4.
And how long did you guys hang out for?
He probably lasted maybe 15, 20 minutes.
And was he already drunk, you said?
Oh yeah, he was definitely lit.
What was his attitude? Excuse me, like?
When Brian gets drunk, he's really standoffish, and he's insecure in a way to where he'll misunderstand what you say in a negative way. Does that make sense?
So he's just trying to flip everything?
Not just trying to flip everything, but he always thinks that you're talking about him, or maybe fucking. He always thinks, I don't know, I can't really explain it. I don't know, but he gets real standoffish, aggressive, and
I get what he's saying. He's basically saying like, bro thinks that everybody's always coming at him when he's drunk and shit. Like, so he be ready to fight, super confrontational. If he don't understand what you're saying, he takes it as disrespect.
just unrational. And so, I mean, that's why when he's drunk and he's talking about terror, I just try to, appease the situation so that way they can both get the fuck out of my hair and get on with themselves. So I don't have to deal with none of that shit. And so, yeah, that's what I did, but you didn't really like the results.
Yo, Saltwater, welcome in, my boy. How's it going today? We got another fisherman in the chat, bro. You see fishing with Jay right there, bro. That was the big dog fisherman I was telling you about, fishing with Jay. My boy Saltwater be deep water fishing in the ocean.
And for the first part, everything was cool.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And you said you guys kind of worked yourself into a relationship, or were you guys back to being close, or were you just?
I didn't trust him because in my eyes, like, if I've known you that long, like, there's certain lines you don't cross, and once you cross those lines, I mean, you open the door for a whole lot of potentials and what ifs to flow through my mind. So, and naturally, I don't trust people to begin with, and so, like, ever since that happened, ain't nothing really been the same. But for the sake of the whole co-parenting situation and what's best for my daughters at the time, I decided to maybe give it a shot and just see what happens, just go with the flow, and maybe things will.
Man, I've never really been into fishing too much, Jay, but saltwater getting me into it, bro. That shit looks cool. It looks fun. I only went fishing at like a pond and shit when I was a kid. Like my parents were really outdoorsy people, but I'm starting to get into that shit, bro. I like it. I like the idea of it.
Be like they were. Because Brian's not a bad dude. He's a good dude. He's just not a good dad to his own kids, and he is not really a good person when he drinks. But overall, he's a good dude. And so I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt and just try to forget the past. And so, yeah, things were going pretty good. They dropped the girls off or pick them up, and it got to the point where like we'd all be there outside just chopping it up for like an hour, and then they'd leave. Like I paid for a couple of hotel rooms for them so that way they could have the girls overnight a few times. We were all gonna. Sophia's birthday was on April 14th. We were all gonna go get a breakfast in bed and fucking do something real dope for her. We were all gonna. It would have been the first year that we all went to the same just one birthday party because we were having separate. Me and mine would do something for Sophia, and then her and hers would. But we were getting ready to have just a big joint birthday party. Things were progressing in a way that was good. So yeah, I'd say me and Brian were cool.
But then you guys' kind of conversation kind of takes a wrong turn.
Did it? I don't know where or why it took a wrong turn. I feel like Brian has always thought that Tara still has feelings for me or something. But we have kids together. There's always going to be a sort of foundation there. You know what I'm saying? But there's no intimacy or no sexual interactions or anything of that nature. I love my wife, and she's honestly a way better woman than Tara will ever be. But he was insecure and jealous for some reason, and like I could tell, like, dude, sometimes he'd make these little comments and shit, and at first I wouldn't, like, at first when he started doing it, I wouldn't catch him. But then I started catching on to like where he was getting at with them, and so like I started like kind of reassuring him. I started like really downplaying, not downplaying, but just let him know how our relationship was, like how bad it was and how manipulative she is, and like.
Sorry, were you guys drinking together? Was he?
I don't drink.
Was he? Was he when he was there?
Oh no, he wasn't drinking.
He was already that way.
Yeah. I don't like the taste of alcohol, so I prefer not to. But and so, like, I try to.
Uh, he ain't wrong though. Like dudes that be like the new boyfriend or the non-parent boyfriend, like they always be insecure about the ex every time. Like every time. Even if you and your ex, like just say you and your baby mama don't like even talk to each other no more at all. Like y'all don't even communicate. The new boyfriend slash husband dude, he always gonna be worried about you, bro. He always gonna be weird as fuck. Like he always gonna pop up when y'all do the exchanges for the kids, all that shit. Like he gonna be weird as fuck because he knows that like you could probably get it back if you wanted it. You know what I mean?
Reassure him in certain ways that, bro, she's all yours. You know, we're I think the past. That's just the mother of my kids now. Honestly, bro, I prefer she wasn't. But uh, like I think when I said that I don't give a fuck, like maybe that hurt his feelings or something, or maybe maybe he thought I was talking about her because I remember him saying, um, he said, "Well, what's up then? I don't give a fuck about you either then." Um, and he was like, "I love Tara," um, and just started rumbling off at the mouth, talking shit to me and shit, trying to be his usual big self on me. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, that's when shit turned down. You know.
Did it become physical inside the apartment?
No, because I was still in my bed at that point. Um, but I had let him know. I made sure to get the message across that if you think that you're gonna sit here and be allowed to act the way you were acting in my grandma's house here, you're sadly mistaken, dog. Because it's not gonna happen. I made sure I got that message across to him. Um, but he didn't. Maybe he didn't care. Um, I think Brian has. Like, he don't give a fuck about consequences to shit when he's drunk. He doesn't. I don't know whether maybe he doesn't think about them or not, but if he does, he certainly doesn't give a fuck. So he puts people in a position to have to play their hand. But yeah, I let him know. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think you're gonna try that here, bro, expect something different to happen. And like I said, that's when he started calling me outside. Let's get him out. Let's go. What's happening? And as soon as he like almost got to the threshold and started to cross over, I hurried up and went to go close my door so I can lock it. But he maybe heard me coming or something because next thing I know, the door's coming back towards me. And I'm sitting there trying to lean and fight the door closed, but it wouldn't close. And it just kept coming back towards me. So that's when I was like, well, fuck it. I'm gonna let it swing in and I'm gonna drop his ass. That's what I did.
Did you punch him?
Yeah.
Or did you hit him with a shotgun?
When Roberts arrived, witnesses say that he was confrontational and aggressive. He was asked to leave, but refused. His girlfriend was frightened and hid in the apartment while Henry tried to deal with the situation.
No, I hit him with the shotgun.
Because it looks like there was an AD in there.
Oh, what?
An accidental discharge where the shotgun was fired off.
That was, okay, so when I was at my house, I was cleaning the.
Dang, that's crazy. Fishing. I didn't know. I didn't think y'all had a lot of crime in Canada. When people always talk about Canada, they talk about how safe it is and stuff. I didn't know that. Um, WA is a joke. You think Washington's a joke? They can't have guns up there. They got weed though, man. You know, that's pretty cool. My favorite state is still Nevada because you got the best gun laws and you could buy legal marijuana without like a medical thing. You can gamble. Like I think Nevada is by far Las Vegas is my favorite place in the world. It's my favorite city in the world.
Yeah. And I had emptied out everything, but with that shotgun, I'm not too familiar with shotguns because I've never had a shotgun before. So
If he knocked dude out cold, it makes more sense if he hit him with the shotgun and when he hit him, he accidentally fired it. Yeah, and no state tax, saltwater.
when I looked at the where you load all the rounds and I didn't see any, I thought it was empty. Not knowing that the chamber, it pushes it up into the chamber. Um, I guess like a regular firearm. But so I didn't know that there was a round still chambered up top. I put my finger in there and everything.
Damn, a robbery with a hatchet and bear mace, bro. Like, fuck it, just give him a gun at that point, bro. Like, I'd rather get shot than beat down with a hatchet.
I didn't see nothing. I racked it open and nothing came out. So I didn't know there was a round chamber. I was actually on my floor, sitting on my ass when that happened. And it went off right there towards the dining room kitchen area.
How long ago was that?
That was the same day.
Like, how?
That was this morning.
That was the morning.
That morning. I have an obsession, not an obsession, but I like guns. I like going to the range. I go out to the forest. I like shooting guns. I know I'm not supposed to, but I like guns. They look cool. I don't know. I'm just a gun guy. All my friends are gun guys, but I know how to build them. I know how to take them apart. That's just that.
Why people always be making that lie up? Like, I know how to take it apart. I be cleaning my gun. Motherfucker, you don't know how to do none of that shit, bro. You lying.
But so I play with my guns. I like playing with my guns.
So it was an accident that it went off.
Yes.
And it was earlier in that day.
Yeah.
So the door swings in and you punch him. Does he get a hold of you at all?
No, as soon as I punched him, he kind of collapsed right there.
Face down, face up?
No, and I always think about it too, like it's just weird how...
Bro, it be cracking me up that the UK police don't even have guns, bro. They be coming out with nightsticks and shit. I was like, bro, don't know. I understand why don't nobody want to be a police officer in the fucking UK, bro. Like, y'all gotta realize that, like, I'm not very like political or like religious any one way or another, but I do think that like when you make gun laws or ban guns from citizens, you're just giving guns to only criminals because criminals don't care about laws. That's why they're fucking criminals, bro. If they cared about the law, they would be citizens. So if you say it's illegal to have a gun, they don't give a fuck because it's probably illegal to do all the other shit they did anyway.
You end up... anyways, he was laying on his back, half in, half out. I remember what position he was in. I just know he was on his back, and I kept looking at him because, like, it's like his face had like turned purple almost. But I wanted to make sure he was still breathing, and so I got closer, and that's when he started snoring. And that's when I got told Joyce, all the police and the paramedics, and they went and got the girls.
Did you know you had the shotgun, or did that come out during the conversation?
Brian knows that that I've been known to carry firearms. Not necessarily carry, but I've showed him a few of the ones that I built. He knows that I recently had some.
Bro said he built guns in the back of a motel apartment, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Don't you need like 3D printers and some more shit?
I don't know if he knew that I had that shotgun. He most certainly knew when he was walking towards me that I had it, but um, up until that point, I don't think he did know that I had that shotgun.
Do you know the make and model of it?
All I know it was a 20 gauge pistol grip pump action. I think it was Nighthawk or Black. To be honest, I really don't know. I can only show you what it looks like. I don't remember the exact brand. I don't think it was a Mossberg. It wasn't any of the major gun manufacturers.
And so you guys go, and you get in your car, and you go to your brother's at that point. And you told, I think it was Joyce,
I told Joyce to get this motherfucker off of my fucking porch and call the paramedics, call the police. Because I was so for sure that since he was in my house and trying to get my door open, that they would take him to jail.
Girl Sam, shout out Scotland.
And that we'd be rid of the whole problem. Me, my baby's mom, just the whole.
Did you take your phone, or was that when it was left?
No, I had left it there. I didn't even think to grab it.
Did Tanya
or,
first?
No. To be honest with you, I don't remember whether it was mine or Tanya's there. But I know that I didn't have a phone when I told them to call, or I wasn't thinking to grab my phone. I was just so focused on girl's car, Isaiah's, and that I was for sure that me being security, and I've been living there for the past year, that they would know the severity of the situation, because I don't call the police. I prefer to handle things myself. I'm not.
So he's the security in the motel too. That's why he was saying I control the cameras. He for real thought that he deleted the shit he needed to delete, but he didn't. That makes more sense now though.
I don't think the police are necessary most of the time. But so if I'm sitting here telling you to call the police, then it's serious. So call the police. Nobody there has ever heard that come out of her mouth, not once, until that time. So she should have known how serious it was, especially since this man is laying right here, and you're in his face, going like this.
Hey guys, definitely if you want to buy us a coffee, check out our Cash App and our Venmo. That's both of our usernames right there. We also got super chats, gifts, all that good stuff helps pay the bills around here, helps keep us live every single day for your guys' viewing pleasure. Shout out to the chat. You guys been doing your thug thizzle. Thank you, Lisa. She is sponsored tonight's stream so far with her $20 super chat. If anyone wants to help out, definitely join in, man. We appreciate you guys.
You know, like, to call. And because
That's how it is in Nevada, Bill.
I knew what was going to happen. I knew what was going to happen. Fucking.
No malls, no casinos, no banks, no schools, no weed or alcohol while carrying either.
He wasn't going to take that. He wasn't going to be okay with what I did to him. And so that's why I wanted the police involved, so that they can put him in jail enough for him to sober at least, so he can come to his senses, or maybe not even remember what happened.
You guys ended up going to your brother's.
Yeah, we ended up going to my brother's and dropping the girls off, and I told Isaiah what happened.
Did Isaiah call the police at all?
Isaiah did not call the police, no.
Okay. And how long were you guys at Isaiah's for?
Long enough to me to explain
Yeah, I live in California now. That's why I don't have a handgun because you have to register your handgun, and I don't want to be on no lists. I don't like the idea of being on a list that says I own a gun. That's a little crazy to me. So I don't know. I'll probably eventually get a shotgun. I think you can have shotguns out here without like having it registered to the police station.
To my daughters, why we had to leave like that, why Brian was right there laying down on the floor, and why Daddy.
And Saltwater, because of you, brother, we got a new microphone coming in, man. I told you, man, I'm reinvesting into the channel. Right now, most of our videos come from our Ray-Ban audio. It comes from the Ray-Ban microphone on my glasses. But yeah, we just ordered a new JBL microphone last night. Should be here next week. So I'm super excited for that, man. Thank you so much, Salt.
Is leaving right now without you guys.
Then you guys go back and meet. Is that when you meet Tara? Sorry, I want to make sure.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, I called. Well, first, I hopped on my girl's phone and I called, and I'm like, because I remember I kept calling and checking in to see if he was still there, or see if they had made him leave yet. But the first time I called Joyce, he was still there.
Jay, I've heard stories of like people breaking into houses and shit here in California and then getting injured from breaking into the house and then suing the homeowner and winning.
Kind of cooled out before she called.
No, whether I thought it would be cool for that moment or maybe for that day.
Yeah, that's why I had to sell my handgun before we moved out here because I had a 15, I think it was 15 or 14 in the clip. I think it was 15 in the clip, one in the chamber, so 16. It was an XD. I had the XD 45 Springfield, but yeah, once I found out that gun was illegal here, I sold it. And then found out you have to register it with your local police department or some shit. I was like, bro, I'm not doing none of that. Like the fuck?
I knew that in the long run there was going to be some fallout because of that.
Did you not want to call Ben and report it?
Well, at that point, I figured that if they hadn't came yet, then they weren't going to come, and that and that I don't know why I forgot have felony warrants.
Yeah, it's weird to me how many ties or how much your government is actually still affected by the UK. Like they say that's not your queen and stuff no more, but I think Canada don't y'all pay taxes to the UK still? To the royal family?
And that I didn't want to talk to them. Um, I didn't want to. I wanted them to come, and since there's cameras and witnesses, that be enough for him.
Hey, Fish and Jay, that's exactly what Hitler did, bro. Hitler took a list of all the Jewish people who had a gun. And then once he started snatching up Jewish people, he snatched them people up first.
Or not just that, but him being inside my place of residence and my kids being there, and him uh, not letting me have him exit out of my home would be enough without me to take him to jail for a little bit. And so I didn't want to have any contact with the police, just in case I was the one that was going to go to jail.
Yeah, that's crazy to me, bro. That's crazy to me. I always wish Canada and the US had a better relationship politically. Because whenever I meet Canadian people, bro, they're so nice and they love America. I've never been there, but they always tell me I'd like it up there. I can't wait to go check it out one day.
And then you got the phone call from Tara
Yeah.
that he was acting up and chasing her. Do I have that right? And he kind of ended up over at by the 3 sector substation.
Yeah, they not doing that. So even if they took everybody's gun, everyone would just give them like one gun. Like, yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
he was driving
Literally, the Second Amendment is to protect ourselves against the government in case they fucking.
around, and eventually you guys end up picking Tara up at her mom's. Okay. What time do you think that was about?
I'd probably say between 7:30. I'd probably say about, honestly, yeah, about probably 7:30, 7:45 ish.
Okay. And you guys pick her up and go to Isaiah's house?
No, we pick her up because that's where I was gonna. That's where I was gonna take her at first. But then I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, I was talking to my wife about it, and I was like, well, you know what? Why don't we just have her spend the night at our house so that she's safe, and that way she's not bringing any potential harm towards my little brother's place. Because he had both my daughters were over there, and he had 3 of his daughters and his little newborn son over there, all the kids. And so I didn't want there to be any chance of Brian going over there. And,
Sorry, was Brian calling you guys?
Brian, I don't think he was. No, I don't believe so.
Did he call Tara at all?
Oh, he was blowing her phone up.
Did she talk to him?
I don't think she did. After she got in my car, I don't remember her calling or him calling her, or talking to them or to him.
My bad, I was muted, guys. Shout out Jazzy. Welcome to the chat.
At that point, I had pretty much made it clear to her that he was off limits from now on. That since that had to happen and that it was not her problem and she made it my problem, that I was calling the shots now and that she's not to see him no more.
So you weren't happy that you're put in that position by
No,
her?
I don't.
Okay.
I wasn't.
And how'd she take that?
Like somebody who who thought they were right and ended up wrong the whole time. One thing about Tara, she is very self-righteous. She thinks that the sun rises and sets on her, and that her shit don't stink, and that she's just the shit.
Yeah, Jay, that's what I was saying. Like, it's weird that you guys are so intertwined into the UK military and shit. Like, I think your Air Force is like a part of their Air Force or something. Like, you could work for either one type shit. Or they could like pull some of your soldiers, shit like that. Like, I always wondered why we didn't have that type of military relationship with Canada. You know what I mean? They're our brothers to the north. You know what I mean? They can help seize that border so crazy people don't get into the country through there. You know what I mean? And like if somebody goes to war with Canada, they automatically going to war with us. So like I just feel like those two countries should be more intertwined, man.
But so it's rare to
Hey, what up, Mook? How's it going, bro?
be on. It's rare to see her on the receiving end of any type of criticism or ridicule or lecture or anything like that, or to sit down and be told what to do. But I mean, what could she say? I have told her from day one that he is no longer he's no longer someone to let your guard down around, because there's always going to be the fact that the person who I thought for me was.
Bro, I feel bad for this dude. He had a job. He was trying. I rarely feel bad for the murderer, but I really feel bad for this dude. It seemed like his baby mama just put him in a really, and his best friend put him in a terrible, terrible situation, bro. I mean, he just seemed like he did everything dumb inside the situation too. But I could tell he was being manipulated. Like I said earlier, it was his ego and his pride and his love for those women around him, bro. Like like if my ex-wife called me up saying that her new boyfriend or her current fiance, whatever he is whooping her ass or some shit, I'm just going to get my kids, bro. Like I'm not finna help her do shit. Like I'm not finna like get revenge for her on dude. Like that was your choice to be with dude. My whole premonition in this situation is to make sure the kids are safe and away from y'all bullshit. I'm not getting involved, bro. I don't care enough to get involved.
was was my best friend, completely turned against me and my family. Um, in a
Shout out that girl Just Jazzy with the $5 super chat. Her and Lisa are tonight's sponsors, man, with both of them sending in super chats. So appreciate you, Jazzy. Thank you so much for the love. Glad to see you back, girl. Glad to see you back in the chat.
hostile way, a traumatizing way, um, a potentially fatal way. I mean, like, I don't know what he would have done if he would have got my brother to that trauma.
So, did she ever speak to him?
I wasn't really paying too much attention to her. You mean after?
After you guys picked her up?
Okay. I didn't really give her a chance to in the car because I was pretty much fucking breathing fire up her ass. But when we got to the house,
That reminds me of the Jay-Z. Guess who's biz up?
I was just trying to prepare the place. Um, because like I said, I've been there a lot. Like I know, like I'm security. Like I roam the grounds all the time, day or night. Like I know everything about the place.
But this is why when I was talking about saltwater, I'm super excited. I just ordered a new microphone for when the glasses die. I can use like a USB mic instead of the camera mic because I don't like the way it sounds when I have to use the camera mic. Right, like right now, I know the audio's not as good. But yeah, man, thank you, appreciate you.
Place. I know.
Are you paid by him or are you?
Well, okay, so I was supposed to be getting evicted because I had some stolen cars that were discovered, but I wasn't there with them. So whether they could prove it was me or wanted to, I don't know. But the owner didn't like that, and so he kind of wanted me and my wife out. And so instead of doing that, Mike convinced him, well, why kick him out when we could use him? Because I mean, like I said, I've been there for a while, so I mean.
No, the mic that I use is on my Ray-Ban glasses, so that's wireless. But no, I didn't order another wireless. I almost was thinking about getting a wireless lapel, but then I was like, nah, bro, because I'll be in the same situation. Like if I forget to charge it or some bullshit, you know what I mean? These last about 2 to 3 hours on stream. So I just wanted a backup mic for the longer streams when I gotta charge my glasses. I can still have a mic like right here to talk so I don't have to do the mute and unmute thing.
I kind of regulated everything and whatnot just because my kids play outside there sometimes, and I needed to make sure that it was safe for them. And so I made sure it was safe for them. And so sometimes that didn't look good, you know, to the owner, because all he doesn't understand what's beneath the surface. All he knows is that Jesse whooped somebody's ass, or you know, Jesse this, Jesse that, but he doesn't know that I was scaring off a fucking pedophile from leading my kid away with food from the fucking food bank. He don't understand that, and so he thinks that I'm out, feel me, fucking off instead of really doing what I'm supposed to do. And so, anyways, Mike told him.
Yo, who that? Welcome to the chat. Hey, Taiwan, Ty, welcome in. Yeah, we getting here earlier. I don't like wires on me, bro. Like, I don't like cords. That's why I don't wear headphones now. Cause I got some headphones right now I can use, but I just don't like wires and shit on me.
You know, instead of getting him out of there and this place going to shit, why don't we use him and hire him as security? And but I still owed like maybe $3,000 on my rent, and so he didn't. Part of the deal of me being security was I get free room and I just work security every night, and so. And plus, I guess he was gonna put me through trade school or some shit. But so no, I wasn't getting paid. I had offered them the deal that they could I'll work for free if I can just have the room.
So you kept the riffraff out, is what you're saying? Okay. And you guys end up going back to the apartment?
Yeah.
And you think you're kind of fortifying it, thinking Brian's coming?
Yeah, I was just warning people.
Yeah, we got it's 4 a.m. where I'm at. Bill, you up in Alaska, right? Yeah, it's 4 a.m. where I'm at. I'm excited. We got football starting at 6:30 today. I think the Steelers and Vikings play over in Germany.
Because like I said, me, like I'm an ex-gangbanger, you know. He used to.
Who he used to run with?
We're both from Hilltop Crib, but like I haven't been about that life in so long. I mean, I don't think he was either, really. But I know how we used to operate, and so I know what Brian is capable of. And so I was just, for me, warning a few people who I associate myself with on a daily basis and tell them to keep their eyes and ears out, because when we were in 17, I had a clear view down the driveway from my room window, and from 13, I can't see down the driveway, so I won't.
That's another reason I couldn't live on the East Coast, Bill. Like, I grew up in Vegas my whole life, or lived in either Las Vegas or California. I lived in Colorado for a little bit, but I would never want to wait all day to watch football. Like, most mornings, I wake up like 9, 10 o'clock and the games are on. Like, the football's ready to go. But if I had to wait till 1 p.m. every day, every Sunday to watch football, I would go crazy in the morning, man.
Be able to see him until he's already made it back here. And at that point, he's already passed the last line of defense. And so I would have no way to prepare for him. And so I was just letting all my people know that if you see him right here, then let me know. And so I wouldn't say I was preparing the place for him. I was preparing the place for me to be able to get the people I need out of there before he was able to make it back here.
It's Brian.
Bro, lying. You had all the people there, and you told your homies he was green lit. Like, you said that.
Carry guns lately?
The last time, fuck, he mentioned something to my wife about having a strap in his trunk, and my little brother has a strap that that he told Brian that he was gonna do him where Brian came over, trying to do what he was trying to do, because him and my little brother got into it, and he threatened my little brother with guns. But I mean, I don't think Brian's never been a shooter like that, to be honest. But then again, neither have I, and I know what I can be capable of if put in that position. So why not he as well? Especially since he's unpredictable with the alcohol. I never expected him to do that in my grandma's house. Never in a million years. I would have left him with my kids by himself.
How long after getting back to the place till you see Brian?
30 minutes tops.
And you said he was sat in his car. Did he get out?
No, he was sitting diagonal like this, facing there's a big.
Yeah, Ty. In the beginning, I was feeling bad for him. I still do. I think the women around him manipulated him, and I think his pride got in his way. The fact that it was his baby mama and his best friend, all that shit. Like, I think they played with his head a little bit. Them ladies wanted him to shoot that dude. He should have just got himself out that situation. He shouldn't have involved himself at all.
Big ass bush right here. He was facing the bush with his headlights on, and
No, I took a nap from like 8 o'clock till like midnight, and then I've just been up since then, Jazzy.
sitting there in his vehicle right there, just waiting.
What point did he get out?
When he's seeing me walking Tara and Tanya, so damn, my drawing's fucked up.
It's actually not too bad.
So there's a back fence right here, and the gate opens, and my stairs come down right across from it. And so when I seen him, I was gonna walk him out, and either come out the front side of the fence where the office is, and go down the walkway, or there's a back part that goes behind the building and all the way out to the front. Which I didn't think I was gonna have to do that, but I knew that either way I did it, I'd have to end up walking back because my car was parked in the farthest spot right here.
And did Tara and Tanya get through the fence?
Tara was ahead of us, probably like maybe by like 5 feet, because she was terrified. He was gonna fuck her ass up, and I don't agree with it, but I don't really blame him. But and my wife was right in front of me.
Henry had 30 minutes before Roberts arrived. He could have called the police or taken the others somewhere Roberts couldn't find them. Instead, he prepared himself with a gun.
And I had probably just stepped off the bottom stair when he got out of his car.
What was he doing when he got out of his car?
He just didn't look like he was there. Like, he looks like he was far away. Like,
what do you mean by far away? In distance, or like
when I look in, like, I can look in your eyes and tell you're right here with me talking, but like, I can look in his eyes and I can see that wasn't Brian. Like, he just.
Do you think he was still loopy from getting hit?
I'm not sure, because I don't know the extent of the damage I did to him.
Or do you think it was alcohol, or just, what do you think it was?
Well, because I can't really say anything for sure.
I'm not jazzing you.
No, I know. Go down for something that he knew somebody else did, and he knew who it was, and so
I got you.
he did what he had to do to get out of that situation. And so I know that he stayed in the trailers that are in Woodbrook, behind the Amazon warehouses, the green ones, but I drove past there the other day and they all looked boarded up. I haven't talked to him in probably about maybe a week ago. I asked him for a jump, I think. No, I asked him to send me $20 on Cash App because I needed some gas or something. But then I talked to him since. But I'm sure he rides with something in his car, and I don't think it is that. I don't. To be honest with you, he's a real put together person as far as if he said he was going to destroy it, he probably destroyed it.
Now he's snitching on the homie he gave the gun to and shit. Bro even gave him $20 cash to get out of town. You snitching and shit. That's crazy.
Um, but I really couldn't give you an answer that you could take to the bank.
Fair enough. I appreciate your honesty. Do you need to use the restroom or any water? All right. Give me just a moment. I need to get some coffee in me. You're probably sick of hearing this robot voice.
It's very monotone.
Sure you don't want any water?
I really don't drink water.
Okay. Be right back.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
I always thought that was weird as shit when people say that. Like, I don't drink water. I'm like, what the fuck do you drink then, bro?
I don't know what's gonna happen here, but like if because my wife's, I don't know if you guys even talked to her yet, but we were talking about it, like because I had two different theories or strategies coming in here. One was to tell the truth, and because the truth is textbook self-defense, or I was going to say nothing because some of the police reports said that people don't even know where the actual shooting even took place, which tells me that there's really not much information. But in light of me telling you guys what happened, I'm probably going to go to jail, and so before that happens, can I possibly say bye to my wife?
Good possibility. Give me a few minutes.
All right.
Henry had been involved in a gang when he was younger, but fatherhood changed his priorities. By all accounts, he had left that lifestyle behind and did not have a reputation for violence.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I told y'all, I felt like dude was just, he got caught up and he was done, bro. He let the people around him manipulate him into some shit that he had no business being in.
Jesse Henry was initially charged with first-degree murder. As a result of a plea deal, the charges were reduced to manslaughter. He pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 10 years in prison.
Well, I'm glad they reduced the charges on bro. 10 years. He looked kind of young. He looked like he was in his 30s maybe. He'll be back out before he's 50. He can rebuild his life. But yeah, damn, bro. They walked him straight. Dude was just chilling at his apartment with his daughters. And then his baby mama come to his house with her boyfriend and they fighting, bro. Like, people he was saying he was worried about, I don't really think he was worried about them like he said he was, bro. I think he was just worried about how he looked or how he got disrespected in front of people because his friend was drunk and acting stupid. You know what I mean? That's why I say them women that were around him and his pride got him them 10 years in jail, bro. That whole shit could have been avoided. That whole shit could have been avoided. And then his game plan was just mad stupid. To go on the run after what could have been presumed as self-defense, maybe, and then to lie. Like, it just, all that shit was just that shit was just all bad for my boy. Like I said, I usually be hard on the criminals, but I felt bad for him, bro. I really did. man. But that's gonna be the early morning stream, man. Appreciate you guys stopping by. We had a great chat today, man. Y'all was kicking ass. Shout out Lisa with the $20 cash app or $20 super chat, helping sponsor in tonight's episode. Shout out Just Jazzy for $5 super chat, helping sponsor today's live stream. Remember, guys, if you send in a Venmo or a Cash App, I don't have alerts for that, so let me know in the chat so I can shout out your donations to the channel, man. I wouldn't want you not to get your credits. Also, if you haven't already, please join our Discord. Um, our Discord is absolutely free. You can talk to a lot of the other people that are inside of the community, including myself. We're always chilling on Discord. We post pictures on Discord. We do live chats. Sometimes we do movie nights. Definitely check it out in there, bro. It's really chill spot. It's a good place for us all to congregate outside of the live streams. But yeah, man, I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out to all the people who helped sponsor tonight's episode. Peace and love, and I'll see you guys. See you guys later in the afternoon, maybe. See you guys tonight. Cue the outro music.
And the art of punches when you could throw two punches that sound like one. You could throw a punch. You can hear them. There were two, but they sound like fucking one punch. They don't understand. Anybody that hears this understand art of fighting. They know what I'm saying. He threw two punches that sound like one.